Room 636. Disclaimer. Room 636 is inspired by a true incident but is a work of fiction. The characters depicted in the story are not based on real people, and any similarities to actual locations or individuals, whether living or dead, are purely coincidental. To protect the privacy of those involved in the true incident, the names have been changed. Asanka and Nethmi are a Sri Lankan couple who had been working abroad for several years, and they were looking forward to a well-deserved break. They decided to take a weekend holiday and treat themselves to a luxurious stay at a 5-star hotel. They researched online and found a hotel that seemed perfect for their needs. The hotel was positioned at a distance from the bustling city and boasted luxurious amenities, including a spa, gym, swimming pool, and a club floor. Asanka and Nethmi were particularly drawn to the club floor and decided to book a room on that floor. They were excited to have access to exclusive services and amenities that would make their stay even more special. Asanka and Nethmi were thrilled to finally arrive at the luxurious 5-star hotel they had booked for their weekend getaway. As they stepped out of the taxi, they took in the grandeur of the hotel's exterior. The imposing building was a sight to behold, with its tall columns and intricate architecture. The couple couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation as they made their way to the hotel entrance. As Asanka and Nethmi stepped into the hotel lobby, they were greeted with a warm welcome from the friendly front desk staff. The receptionist assigned them room 636, which was conveniently located right next to the club lounge. The couple felt excited about their stay, and the receptionist's hospitality made them feel even more welcome. Asanka and Nethmi couldn't help but admire the opulent interior of the hotel lobby, with magnificent chandeliers hanging from the ceiling and casting a dazzling light that made the marble floor sparkle. After completing the check-in formalities, the staff escorted Asanka and Nethmi to their room on the club floor. The elevator ride was smooth, and the couple marveled at the beauty of the hotel's interior. The walls were adorned with elegant artwork, and the floors were covered with plush rugs. As the elevator doors opened on the club floor, Asanka and Nethmi were immediately struck by the breathtaking view. The windows offered a panoramic view of the city skyline, and the couple couldn't help but feel grateful for the opportunity to experience such luxury. As they made their way to their room, they noticed that the club floor was quieter than the rest of the hotel. The corridors were hushed, and the ambience was peaceful. The couple couldn't help but feel a sense of exclusivity as they walked down the plush carpeted hallway towards their room. Upon entering their room, Asanka and Nethmi were impressed by its size and luxuriousness. The king-size bed was adorned with fluffy pillows, and the sheets were soft and inviting. The room was equipped with a large flat-screen TV, a spacious closet, and a mini-fridge stocked with beverages. The bathroom was equally impressive, with its marble walls and floor. The room had a bathtub, a separate shower, and a vanity mirror that lit up. Asanka and Nethmi couldn't wait to try out the amenities and relax in the comfort of their luxurious surroundings. At the time of entering the room, the couple couldn't help but feel a sense of unease that persisted. The feeling of being haunted continued to linger, particularly after they realized that the bellman who had accompanied them had left quickly without showing them around or even entering the room. Although Asanka sensed that something was off, he decided to ignore his intuition and concentrate on enjoying a relaxing vacation with Nethmi. After settling in, the couple felt excited about the weekend ahead. They had planned to explore the hotel's amenities and indulge in the city's sights and sounds. Little did they know that their peaceful weekend would soon turn into a nightmare as they were about to experience something that would drastically alter their holiday plans. Asanka and Nethmi made the most of their luxurious weekend stay by taking a refreshing swim in the rooftop swimming pool, which offered a stunning view of the city skyline. They savored the peaceful atmosphere and admired the beautiful orange and pink glow of the setting sun that blended seamlessly with the towering skyscrapers. After their leisurely swim, the couple lounged on the sun chairs and ordered fresh juices to sip on while admiring the view and appreciating the moment of tranquility. Seeking pampering and relaxation, Asanka and Nethmi headed to the hotel's serene spa, conveniently located on the same floor as their room. They indulged in a full-body massage, with highly skilled and professional massage therapists ensuring their comfort throughout. The calming ambience of the spa and the gentle pressure of the massage had a profound effect on the couple, leaving them feeling rejuvenated and refreshed. Asanka and Nethmi were excited about their romantic candlelit dinner, but before that, they decided to start the evening with some cocktails in the hotel's exclusive club lounge. The lounge, located right next to their room, offered plush couches, a well-stocked bar, and floor-to-ceiling windows that provided an awe-inspiring view of the city skyline. They savored their drinks in the tastefully decorated lounge, which created a cozy and intimate atmosphere before heading to the hotel restaurant. Asanka and Nethmi had an idyllic evening, enjoying the hotel's amenities to the fullest, including the pool and spa. Their romantic dinner left them feeling relaxed and satisfied, and they retired to their room on the exclusive club floor, anticipating a peaceful night's sleep. Asanka, following his usual routine, took a refreshing shower and watched his favorite show on television before settling into bed. Nethmi, meanwhile, went to the bathroom to take a shower. Asanka lay in bed, lost in thought, when he noticed a shadowy figure moving towards the bathroom. However, he dismissed it as his imagination and continued to relax in bed. Unfortunately, his sense of tranquility was quickly shattered when he heard Nethmi's piercing scream from the bathroom. Immediately alarmed, Asanka sprang out of bed and rushed to the source of the commotion, realizing that something was not right. Asanka rushed to the bathroom to find out what was happening, and Nethmi told him that she had seen a figure approaching the bathroom. Suddenly, the hot water in the shower increased, and she was almost burned. Thankfully, she was able to jump out of the shower and avoid getting burned. After investigating the incident in the bathroom, Asanka returned to the bed and couldn't stop thinking about the shadowy figure he and Nethmi had seen. When Nethmi returned to the room, they sat in bed and discussed the incident. Suddenly, the room started to get warmer and Asanka checked the air conditioning controls, but everything seemed to be working fine. Despite this, the room continued to grow hotter. After contacting the maintenance department, Asanka received assurance that a technician would inspect the room. However, upon the technician's arrival, both Asanka and Nethmi were taken aback by his hesitant demeanor and reluctance to enter. Nonetheless, the technician eventually stepped into the room and began examining the air conditioning system, despite their unease. Asanka and Nethmi were able to finally rest after the technician fixed the issue with the air conditioning. However, their sleep was short-lived as Nethmi suddenly screamed in bed, jolting Asanka awake. Concerned, Asanka quickly asked Nethmi what was wrong. As Nethmi switched on the bedside lamp, she claimed that there was someone sleeping between them. However, Asanka reassured her that it was impossible for a third person to enter the room as it was double-locked after the technician left. Nethmi persisted, insisting that she felt a man sleeping in their bed and that he had gone to the bathroom. When Asanka checked the time, it was around 3 a.m. At Nethmi's request, he went to inspect the bathroom but found nobody there. Upon returning to the bedroom, they heard their room door shut with a loud bang. Nethmi exclaimed, "I told you there was someone with us in this room," and ran to check the door, with Asenka following closely behind. To their surprise, the door was still locked and chained, exactly as Asenka had left it. Upon opening the door and checking the corridor, Asenka found no one outside their room but heard the sound of the elevator. He went to the landing area but didn't find anyone there either. Returning to the room, Asenka ensured the door was locked as before and thoroughly searched the room again. Despite feeling uneasy, they decided to report the incident to the hotel management the next day and went back to bed, hoping to get some rest. Asenka and Nethmi had their breakfast and then headed down to the front desk to complain about the incidents that happened to them from the time they entered their room last evening. After their strange experience in room 636, they wanted to change their room if possible. However, they were informed that the hotel was full and they could not be relocated. Asenka and Nethmi asked to speak to the manager but were informed that the manager was busy. They were instead directed to a member of the hotel staff whom they could report their concerns to. Upon meeting the front office supervisor named Maria, Asenka and Nethmi shared their concerns about their room with her. However, Maria appeared dismissive and did not seem to take their concerns seriously. She argued that there was nothing wrong with the room and that such incidents had never occurred before. Additionally, Maria apologized to the couple for being unable to change their room due to the hotel being fully booked. Asenka and Nethmi were taken aback by Maria's response. They felt like their concerns were being brushed off, and their unease grew. They insisted that there was something off about the room, but Maria remained skeptical. Finally, Maria offered to have the hotel maintenance team check the room for any issues, but she warned them that it was unlikely that they would find anything. Asenka and Nethmi agreed, feeling like they had no other choice. However, Asenka and Nethmi still felt uneasy. They felt like something was off, and they couldn't shake the feeling that they weren't alone in the room. They tried to put their concerns aside and enjoy the rest of their holiday, but the feeling of unease lingered. They noticed that the hotel staff seemed to avoid them, and when they did interact with them, it was with a sense of aloofness. Asenka and Nethmi began to feel like they were being watched, and they couldn't help but wonder if there was something more going on in the hotel room than they had initially thought. Asenka decides to confront the hotel staff again, hoping to get some answers. He demands to know why they weren't told about the room's history, why they were allowed to stay there in the first place. The staff is apologetic but maintains that they weren't aware of any hauntings in the room. Asenka and Nethmi began to feel like they were being dismissed by the hotel staff, and their unease grew. They couldn't shake the feeling that they were in danger, and they began to wonder if they should cut their holiday short and leave the hotel. After lengthy discussions, Asenka and Nethmi reached a final decision to leave the hotel. They did not want to experience a repeat of the incidents that occurred the previous night. Consequently, they packed their belongings and headed to the front desk to check out. However, when they arrived, they noticed that Supervisor Maria saw them and quickly avoided them by retreating to the back office. This behavior surprised the couple, and they were taken aback by her attitude. With regret, Asenka and Nethmi checked out of the hotel, disappointed that their holiday had been disrupted. Asenka remained curious about the history behind room 636, which had been on his mind ever since the incidents occurred. Upon reaching their apartment, the couple settled back in, hoping to make the most of the remaining day of their weekend, and attempted to spend it as usual. However, they still found themselves recovering from the unsettling events that occurred in the hotel room. One day, while they were out exploring the city, they ran into one of Nethmi's customers named Smith. He worked for the hotel and had been there for many years. Asenka and Nethmi confided in him about their strange experiences in room 636, hoping that he might be able to shed some light on the situation. Smith listened to their story intently, nodding along as they spoke. When they finished, he looked at them solemnly and said, "I'm afraid you're not the first guests to have experienced something strange in that room." Asenka and Nethmi were taken aback. They had hoped for some reassurance, but instead, they were met with confirmation that something was indeed off about the room. Smith continued, "You see, there's a story about that room. It said that a businessman used to love that room so much that he booked it every time he visited the city. Unfortunately, one day, he suffered a heart attack in the room and passed away. The hotel management decided to seal off the room for a long time, but due to the hotel's busy season, they had no choice but to reopen it from time to time. I'm afraid you too had the misfortune of staying in that room." Asenka and Nethmi were stunned. They had never heard of anything like this before. They couldn't believe that they had been staying in the same room as a deceased businessman and it was haunted. Asenka and Nethmi were horrified. They began to wonder if businessman's spirit was still lingering in the room. The couple expressed their gratitude to Smith for his explanation about the haunted room before leaving to do some shopping in the city. They were both relieved to have escaped the haunted experience unharmed. Asenka, who enjoyed writing as a hobby, was thrilled to have learned the story behind room 636. He knew that it would make a great story, and he couldn't wait to write about their own experience in the room someday. The end.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of new uploads.